fashion is not actually that glamorous like what most of the people think.
Fashion. This term does not just define all the latest or the most popular or the most famous clothes. In reality, this social phenomenon involves more importance. In some way, fashion helps us to show who we are and depicts our personality in terms of visual information. In the way we are choosing our clothes, we show our attitude to the world and other people. It is also some kind of communication. We put some of our personality at everything. How we behave at different situations, what we eat, and which styles of clothes we choose at shops. All the parts of it build the mainstream of fashion. But in spite of our personality, every person at the world has something in common. Even if it is the small thing, all over the world there are a lot of people who have the same taste, who choose the same food and trousers of the same kind. There are a lot of traits which build the fashion of today. So, how do really fashion designers think? Does the idea just pop out of nowhere? Or do they have to think a lot on the design? How do they get the inspiration? Is working in fashion all glamorous? And most importantly, how designers think? To get a view on how a designer thinks, we get a student from MMU who is in his third year and final year of degree to get his opinion on the topic of how designers think. His name is Lo Kiet Yao, currently studying in International Fashion Practice. Let's hear what this young man has to say about how designers think.
What motivates me to study art or fashion is because I think fashion is one kind of art, and art provides me the freedom to do whatever I like, the creativity and all that. It's not restricted, and that's what I like. I do enjoy studying art or fashion because, like I said, it's really like I'll get the freedom to do whatever I like. And yeah, my plans for the future is probably gain as much experience as I can through working experience, job opportunities with established companies. So yeah, to continue my career in the fashion industry. Yeah. The process of designing involves, at first you have to get a theme or inspiration, and then you have to further research on your theme and inspiration, and then you'll sort of like collect all the ideas and bit and pieces for your sketches, and then you can start to like kind of like have your initial idea in mind, and then you have to sketch it and design, and then finally producing the garment. the idea I chose for my final collection for my degree program now, it's called Disturbia, and the inspiration behind this collection is actually sci-fi horror film, horror genre, and the futuristic style, and also actually it's going to be a functional garment which has a thermal regulation function. Yeah, so these are some of the initial initial idea that I have. My inspiration for this design is horror film, which I love. Like it's actually my current muse and inspiration, and also because my collection we have a team behind it, so we have to design something that is functional. So I came out with the idea of I came up with the idea of designing a jacket outerwear for my country, Malaysia, because the weather is hot and we don't get to wear a lot of outerwear and layering in Malaysia just because the weather is not suitable. So I plan to design a jacket that is suitable for the weather in Malaysia. Yeah, that's basically the whole idea behind my collection. My advice for people that would like to go into fashion in the future is to be hardworking, and fashion is not actually that glamorous like what most of the people think. It's actually really hectic, I would say, and you have to spend a lot of time and your hard work on your work so that you get get your vision into like actual clothes. And also you have to be passionate about fashion. That's the number one thing you have to like make you continue in this fashion industry. I think it's really important to have passion, and also to be humble and hardworking. Yeah, basically that. I would say that if it depends on the purpose of the design and sketches. Like for example, if you have to meet a deadline for your studies and you have to come up with ideas just to show your lecturer like your progression, that is stressful if like along the way of designing. I mean, designing, it's like a part of my life, I would say. So it's not really that stressful when you are used to doing that like every day, and when you get inspired and all that. But then I would say it's quite stressful for meeting study deadlines. I would say that, yeah. It's really hard to, like what I said, to for time management. That's the thing that I'm constantly still discovering and thinking about. It's really hard because like for us, for me, the creativity is of course the most important one, but sometimes you can't really get 100% of your vision and your creation for like, you can't spend like a lot of time to make it happen. So sometimes you have to sort of like give and take and sacrifice some of your creativity, I would say, to make it happen. Yeah. My outcome of my design, which is I've designed some of a few different pieces in my range, but ultimately it's this final one that I'll be making. This is actually the only pieces this is only the only piece required for my study, but I'm actually in love with this collection. It's my best so far, I think. So I would definitely love to develop the collection more, and if time is if time allows me to do that, I would definitely make the mini collection out of it, and to have like maybe 5-6 pieces in the collection, just to make the whole collection more complete. Yeah, the thing I think would be interesting for people to know about fashion is, like I said, designing is it's actually requires a lot of passion to do it, and it's part of life, so you definitely need to love it to do it well. So yeah, so just I think you need to make a lot of sacrifice for what you're passionate about, and yeah, basically that's it. Yeah, you have to love it.
Although studying fashion is hard and time consuming, it does not stop him from enjoying his works, and he is very good at it. There are a lot to take into consideration when you want to design a piece. You just don't simply design it.